When The X-Files premiered in the fall of 1993, absolutely no one would have predicted that this once spooky, impenetrable sci-fi procedural would completely change television. That's partly because The X-Files wasn't particularly groundbreaking at first. It took the spookiness of cult 70s thriller Kolchak, the Night Stalker, paired it with the surreal tone of Twin Peaks, and filtered it all through Law and Order. But The X-Files fast outgrew its references to become something completely new. The X-Files, with its increasingly convoluted mythology and intense character dynamics, never forget the season of secret sex, became the blueprint for every TV show that's mixed high concepts, long-form storytelling, and characters that you just wish would bone already. That includes the MCU, and it's not until WandaVision's 4th episode that the X-Files' most likely indirect influence on the biggest film franchise in movie history became clear. But it's so clear. The genre hopping, the snappy banter, the fleet of ships, the MCU is as all over the map yet of a piece as X-Files has been over its run. And with WandaVision so clearly flipping channels, it makes that influence more visible than ever. It begins in darkness, with murmured dialogue from 2019's Captain Marvel playing faintly as the pieces start to fall into place, the pieces of Monica Rambeau. Time to the sound of Brie Larson calling Kid Monica, Lieutenant Trouble, the adult Monica Teyonah Parris snaps together. She's in a hospital seated by an empty bed. Chaos blares from the hallway. I hate the blip, or, rather, I hated the blip when Avengers, Endgame came out in 2019. It was a bridge too far. For all its alien invasions and sci-fi science and costumed Avengers, the Marvel Universe has always been intended to be our world. These heroes live in our cities, not Gotham or Metropolis. Marvel's reality always bends to accommodate planet-eating cosmic beings and, Capwolf Google it, but it somehow never breaks that reality. The blip breaks it. It sends the entire world into irreversible chaos. Truly, how do you tell any story that's not all about how half the population lost everything, jobs, houses, loved ones, lives, for 5 whole years? Photo, Disney+And now, we've all lived through 2020. WandaVision is our first new look at the blip while we're all stuck in our own traumatizing blip. It feels flippant to compare a superhero plot choice with a worldwide catastrophe, but I don't know. Monica re-entering the world amidst rampant grief only to find out that her mother, Lashana Lynch's Maria Rambeau, died 3 years ago and Monica didn't get a chance to say goodbye. It's real. Cue the Marvel Studios opening. This episode is gonna be different. SWORD is up and running, and unfortunately it doesn't stand for Scarlet Witch Observation Response Division like I was hoping. It stands for Sentient Weapon, which makes more sense but is nowhere near as cheeky.